Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sara Saldaña, and I am the Vice President for the South Region for LiftFund. Thank you for joining us today as we celebrate the partnership with the City of McAllen. We're grateful for the opportunity to provide 0% interest loan rate in McAllen through a buy-down program with them. Many of you here today are familiar with our mission to help small businesses realize their dreams. We're proud of our mission and happy to be part of the McAllen community. I would like to recognize the staff for LiftFund here in McAllen. We have our Business Development Officer, Marlene Rodriguez. Yoo-hoo! Our lending assistants, Lori.
Are they outside?
Are they out? They're probably outside.
Yeah, tell them to come on in. And you can introduce them when they walk in.
When they walk in, I'll go ahead and introduce them. Well, next, I think they're coming in right now. There are lending assistants. They're the ones that put the packages together for this great 0% buy down. We have Lori.
Come on up.
Lori Silva. And Rosie Singletary. They're both our lending assistants there at the office.
Nice to meet you all.
It is my pleasure to introduce to the community leaders, Mayor Jim Darling.
Thank you. Ms. Barrera, welcome to McAllen. We're glad to have you here. You know, my favorite number is 1, because we like to be number 1 in everything we do, but my second favorite number is 0. And that's why this is significant today, because this is the first time offering of 0% loans, and that's going to be fantastic. Small business is the backbone of our economic community, and I think more so in any city in the state of Texas, we realize that in McAllen with the number of small businesses that we have in relationship to trade and all the other things that we do. And so this is a fantastic opportunity for the entrepreneurs to get a start without coming into deep debt where they have to make sure that they always want to make sure they pay it back, but this gives them a lot of breathing room to do that. You know, since 1988, LiftFund has provided over 1,500 loan products totaling more than $16.5 million to the McAllen entrepreneur activity and community. That's fantastic, and I don't know how many businesses are still running and have grown, but I'm sure there's many and really owe their existence to the assistance they had from LiftFund. We partnered with them with the McAllen Economic Development Corporation. I think has a total of 50 loans totaling $1.5 million to McAllen businesses, providing and creating over 329 jobs. And this is an important part, retaining 100% of those jobs. And to me, that's a fantastic track record. So we thank you for your partnership. We think you're doing a great job with this 0. I'm going to sign up for one of those at my central office again. That really would help. So, but this is fantastic. We're very, very happy that you're in our community and helping our small business people. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor. My name is Marlene Rodriguez, and I'm the Senior Development Officer here at LiftFund, here at the McAllen office. It is a pleasure to be here today to talk about the great partnership that we have with the City of McAllen. Now I would like to introduce to you another supporter to LiftFund's mission, City Manager Roy Rodriguez. Oh, he's right here standing. Yes.
Good afternoon. I always try to be right on that. It's a great day today. You know, every year the city commission, the mayor and the commissioners have to go through a very, very tough process called the budget process. You know, we've got a $380 million budget here in McAllen, which is an incredible number that we go through every year. Part of that process is having to decide what outside agencies like LiftFund we're going to attempt to help. And I say it's a difficult process because there's so many that make such a huge difference, not only to the city of McAllen, but the Rio Grande Valley in general. But this is certainly one of them. This is a program that the City Commission for several years now has decided that this is something that's very important and very special to our community because it helps the very businesses that make us who we are, the small businesses, and the ones that need that extra help. So I will tell you that it is a real honor and privilege for me as city manager to recommend the funding on a year-to-year basis. And it's an awesome feeling to see the city commission agree that this is something that we want to do. Just last week, we were named one of the top 100 cities in America to live. The only city in the Rio Grande Valley to be selected, and only one of 6 in the state of Texas. There's something about this community that's right. This is a part of that. This is a part of that puzzle. So I congratulate you for what you do for our community, and I thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Janie Barrera, and I'm the president and CEO of LiftFund. And when the mayor was commenting about how many of the small businesses are still in existence, after 3 years of being with LiftFund, 78% of the small businesses that we help are still in existence. So that's quite remarkable when you think about the statistics of small businesses and how long, how difficult it is, and that most of them go belly up within 2 to 3 years. So it's because not only of the lending, but also because of the technical assistance that we can offer. Well, LiftFund started in 1994 in San Antonio with a grant. One of the things I didn't mention already is that we are a not-for-profit organization. We are not a bank. We're a financial institution without depositors. So we have to rely on investments and grants for operations. And so in 1994, I helped start, I'm actually the first employee of LiftFund in San Antonio. And we quickly opened up our second office here in McAllen in 1998. And so, Roy, when you were talking about services, outside services, I hope you meant outside of city staff. Correct. Because we believe that we are part of the city of McAllen. We actually have our office at 220 10th Street, and we actually own our building here in McAllen, and so the services that we provide there. So we're excited about this new partnership. But let me give you some statistics. Since 1998, in McAllen, we have dispersed almost $17 million in 1,500 loans. And then if you add the entire Rio Grande Valley, because we also have an office in Brownsville, we have dispersed $26 million to over 2,600 small business loans. And since we started this buy-down project, we have been able to disperse 1.5 million of the total to about 50 small businesses here in McAllen. And when the mayor was saying that, 0 is better than 1, he's also referring to that 0 is because you are the first city, McAllen is the very first city that is offering loans at 0% interest. We have other programs with other cities or institutions that will buy the interest rate down, but McAllen is the only one that is 0% interest. And what's interesting about this too is because the city and the economic development and the funding sources see that it's cash flow that sometimes is what keeps a small business from getting that loan. By buying that interest rate down to 0, that cash flow is there now to be able to say yes to that loan and not no. And I also have to say that we are in partnerships with banks. Banks are our friends. Banks are regulated. Because of the regulation, they're not able to be flexible like we are. So we partner with banks, and I see representatives from IBC, I don't know, there's other banks here as well, so that we're able to partner with banks, so whenever small businesses are graduating with us, they graduate into the banks, right? And be able to work with a traditional financial institution. So we partner with banks, we partner with the SBA, I see Maria here with the SBA, a lot with the SBD Small Business Development Centers. We also partner with the Rio Grande Valley Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and other entities, because it takes all of us to be able to bring this whole concentration of increasing small businesses here, McAllen, and in the Rio Grande Valley. Now the upside is McAllen is doing great. The 0% interest loans are only for businesses that want to start up or they want to grow in McAllen. If you happen to live outside of McAllen, you will have to take advantage of our other interest rates that we still have available. We still want to help, but we want to do it, but we'll do it with our underfunding. Unless those cities want to take on the example of McAllen and bring that into the other cities in the valley. And one of the great things about what we do is that we also are able to tell stories about how we help. And so I know that we have some small business owners that we've helped here in McAllen and that have taken advantage of that 0% interest to date. We actually have the Garretts. Garretts, would you please stand up? Mr. and Mrs. Garrett just started their IT business and have come down from Tennessee. They were able to start this new business here in McAllen and take advantage of these. And I'm telling them to bring, what did you all say? That you're going to tell people in Tennessee to do what? To come on down to McAllen. So that's good in terms of that. We also have, Elizabeth, do you want to stand and tell us a little bit about your business? So her business is called Mi Cocina by the hour. So if you need be able to make some food or whatever in a registered kitchen, you go see Elizabeth. And behind you is another customer of ours, and I'm sorry I don't know your name. Yes, you all. Thank you. Is that, I think, any other customers? Because we do have one special customer here too. But you know what's interesting too is when I was talking to Elizabeth, she mentioned the fact that now there are 14 new employees there because of the other folks and paying taxes, right? And people are, that's how we're generating revenue and economic development for the city of McAllen. So let me introduce to you, tell you a little story about Marlene Flores, she and her husband own Flamboyant Learning Center. They came to LiftFund in 2012 for their first loan to build a new facility to be able to serve more families in the area. In 2013, they returned for their second loan, and most recently in 2014 for their third loan to expand the business, which helped them create new jobs while taking advantage of that 0% interest loan and made through the city of McAllen. And so speaking for Ms. Flores right now is Priscilla Strack as the Assistant Director at Flamboyant Learning Center, and will be speaking on the behalf of the Flores. So please, Priscilla, come on up. Welcome.
Hi, good afternoon. It is my pleasure to be here today on behalf of Mrs. Flores and Mr. Flores, who couldn't be able to join us today. They are the owners of Flamboyant Learning Center, where I am the assistant director. Flamboyant was founded back in 1997 by Mrs. Flores and at her house with only 4 kids. And now it has become a premier place for children to come and learn in the Rio Grande Valley. Flamboyant was also the first early bilingual learning center in the valley. And since the beginning, our staff strives to develop and to enrich every child's emotional, intellectual, academic, cognitive skills. It's our commitment to the community to build the foundation of our students' lives so they can become individuals with moral values and develop into good men and women to make this world a better place. So this is our mission in Flamboyant. And as you were saying, in 2010, we had the pleasure, the Flores and me and I, to meet Marlene with LiftFund. She helped us apply and received our first loan that was to build our own facility. It's a state-of-the-art building that offers a wonderful environment for the children. And back in last year, the Flores learned about the partnership with City of McAllen and LiftFund, offering small businesses the loans at 0% interest. That was fantastic. We were in need to make some upgrades on the building, so they applied and get approved for that loan. So with that, they were able to finalize many projects on the building, such as we replaced playground surface, we bought some kitchen equipment, new sound system, and we made a lot of improvements on the outdoor areas. That was a great thing for our kids. And we were able to create 4 new full-time jobs. So we're very, very proud of it, very excited, very thankful for that. And also, we continue to grow and planning to expand, continue. We are working right now at our full capacity. It's 136 children. She started with only 4, so we're very proud of that also. And we would like to thank the City of McAllen and LiftFund for this wonderful partnership. You're creating opportunities in the community, giving entrepreneurs the chance for them to make their dreams come true, just like Mrs. Flores' dream. So we thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Felicidades. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good job. Isn't it great to have a job that helps so many people? You know, there's that saying, you give somebody a fish, they eat for a day. You teach somebody how to fish, and they eat for a lifetime. In the work of LiftFund, you know, what we get to do is we help people buy the pond where they fish, and now they own something, and they're able to give it to the next generation. So that is our work that we do. So we're so grateful to be part of it, and thank you all for sharing your stories. So, needless to say, we are very grateful for being here today. So we'd like to thank Mayor Darling, the City Council members, City Manager Rodriguez, and the City of McAllen staff, Carla Rodriguez, who is the Director of Grant Administration. And you know, it's always that person behind the scenes, right? And Carla's been one of those persons to help us move this along, for helping this program get started. It's not, you know, bringing in a new idea sometimes is not the easiest thing. But I want to tell you, working with the City of McAllen, the staff here has been excellent. So thank you very much. So with that, we are concluding today's event. Pero le quiero decir muchas gracias a la gente de McAllen, la ciudad de McAllen, porque ahora podemos hacer algo diferente que no estamos haciendo en otras ciudades. La ciudad de McAllen es la única ciudad que podemos dar los préstamos a negocios pequeños que no pueden obtenerlos de los bancos a un interés de cero, ¿verdad? No, no es dinero gratis porque se tiene que pagar, pero el interés va a ser algo bueno para los negocios pequeños, porque hay veces que por eso no pueden obtener el dinero de los bancos. Pero ahora con este programa de la ciudad queremos dar gracias a usted, City Manager, Mr. Rodríguez, gracias por todos que hacen aquí y por el Mayor también por el trabajo de ustedes. So, gracias. So, conclusion. Thank you.